Rock star. Okay. Rock star and a high life tune. Welcome, ladies. It's Friday.
Yes,
Good
it
morning,
is
good morning,
Friday.
good morning, good morning.
Yesterday he was on his way to Italy for a concert and he was captured at the airport.
Yeah.
So
Said he's going, he'll be back in a week and then he will go again for that Euro tour.
I see.
We wish him well.
Why the hell are we not doing music?
Say again.
For those of you who like to travel, maybe it's time for you to consider doing music, you know.
But you have to do
concerts
you have
here
to do
and
it up
there.
to a certain level to earn those travels. If you just do much try quiet.
What are you trying to say to the one-time hit makers?
It's not my fault.
What are you saying to them?
Well, when they had the one-time hits.
It's too early.
Okay, I'm sorry, I apologize. But when they had one-time hits, they traveled too. Except to say that they couldn't come back with a sequel. So.
Yo, they'll come back. Don't worry.
It happens. It happens. We
will come back. There's hope. Yeah.
I see.
There's hope.
There's hope. Eh?
Yeah, there is.
Well, we're going to start our own New Day band, so watch this space. We woke up to some showers of blessing, but Felicity Ahafianyo is on the line to tell us what to expect for the weather. Good morning to you, Felicity.
Good morning, my sister.
How are you this morning?
Pretty good. What about you?
Everything is splendid over here. There were some overnight showers in parts of the capital. Can we expect more rain today?
Yes, today is going to be just cloudy over some few areas, but then the remaining 16 parts will be partly cloudy with the sun breaking through. And then we'll have a pretty good day for any outdoor activities. Then late afternoon to the evening hours, we are anticipating isolated cases of rain and thunder, which will then merge to become scattered cases. Temperatures will be 31 for Greater Accra. Those going to secondary Takrady, Aksim will have 30 degrees Celsius. If you are traveling to Kumasi today, the afternoon hours temperatures will get up to 33. Koforidia, same. Bri also same. If you are going to Techimai, Sonyani, 34. Tamale Yendi, 36. We are going to Boku, Nafrongo, Bolgatanga, 37, 38 will be recorded today. We have another system over Nigeria around Port Harcourt area, which we are anticipating late afternoon to the late evening today. So we are anticipating that system that will come and then induce the cloudiness over the southern sector and then part of the sea. The sea will remain calm today, just have some patches of rain and thunderclouds, so they can go out for fishing today, but then they just have to be a bit careful. For the Volta Lake too, it's also pretty good for today for any fishing activities, but late afternoon into the evening, it's not looking too good for them. So as usual, they can get to the forecast office on the landline, the 0302 777-172 to be sure if the system will stagnate around that area before they set onto the river. So tomorrow pretty good for any outdoor activities, but the early hours is likely to see some light rain over the capital part of western region, likewise on a Sunday too. But then the remaining days will also be pretty good. Then we are having the isolated cases of rain and thunder.
Thank you for that, Felicity. You say calm waters for the fisher folk. For the rest of us, some rain, possibly late afternoon and this evening.
Yes, please.
All right. Thank you so much, Felicity. Do have a great weekend.
Welcome.
Well, good weather tomorrow. I know you have a romantic picnic planned, Bella. Johnny, what about you for tomorrow?
Well,
good weather.
Yeah, good weather, but I always think yesterday when it started raining, it started heavily.
Yeah, that's right.
I just sat up and started thinking about the people who, up until now, have not had any kind of support. The people's homes we know have been washed away, some walls broken, people are still trying to put things together. I know a woman who had a part of her room broken, so her daughter had to return from school to assist. They are trying to reconstruct and all of that. They have not had anything from NADMO. They don't have tents, they have not had warm food, they do not have psychosocial support. So, yes, you would hear this. It's good for those of us who necessarily are not affected by the rains, but I'm still expecting the assemblies to wake up and smell the coffee. I think that it didn't have to take the president to tell the assemblies to enforce the bylaws. It didn't. If the president had to get up and speak when there's a sector minister, when there are MMDCs and DCEs, when there are unit committee members, when there are assembly members, it raises a big question. So now, is the system really functioning? Or is the president, and what is the essence of this whole desk at the presidency? Because Act 936 gives the assembly so much power, you have no idea what it means. So if beyond Act 936, and we had to wait for 9 solid months before we got these people into office as MMDCs, with the excuse that we are doing vetting, somewhere to 3 layers of vetting. They came to the Jubilee House, we did vetting, some were caught on tape saying, I've given people bribes, some returned bribes that they had taken and all of that. And it had to take the president to come and tell them to do their work for which they are paid. I think the system is not functioning.
Actually, I agree. 100.
The system is not functioning.
100. And I touched on it this yesterday because I didn't get it. And for me, what even killed me the most was the fact that the president said there will be people who will be monitoring them to do their work and they'll report back to him. So these are not children who have been put in their offices. Are you telling me that for some of us like this, we have to be monitored before we deliver? No. We know we have to be at work every morning. We know we have to read before we come because people are relying on us for information.
That's right.
So are you telling me that it will have to take the CEO to tell me that you have to come to work and you have to talk about A, B, C, and D before I know what I have to do? Then why are we paying them? Why are we paying them? And can the president crack the whip? If they haven't worked for all these months, what's their business? In office, can he crack that way? Because he's the same one that appoints the MMDCEs.
He nominates them.
Well, okay, yes. They go through vetting, but eventually, they still get the opportunity to represent. But at the same time, I feel like if that has happened, he should be able to crack the whip and not come and tell us that I'm charging you, I'm ordering you, MMDCEs, to pull down buildings. In any case, where were they when these structures were coming up? They're supposed to be in the communities monitoring and ensuring that anybody without a permit cannot put up any structure at any place because they are the ones who control what happens in the districts and the assemblies. Why have they not done their work? And it has to take the precedent.
You see, so the whole concept is decentralization. If decentralization now, as we have it, where we have a whole local government structure, decentralization, even without the politicization of it, by amending or go for a referendum to amend Article 55.3, as is being pushed by this government, which is separate from the initial promise of giving us a chance to elect our MMDCs, which could have been done by amending Article 2431, which gives the president the power to nominate, for the assembly to endorse. If all of this is happening, it only tells me one thing, that our decentralization is beginning to face faults or is already faulty.
I agree with you, John.
Because now it is taking the central government to come all the way down, to come and tell an MMDC who prefers to be called honorable, who is driving in a luxury vehicle, who has rent, who is an Article 71 holder, who gets ex gratia. They get all the perks. And yet, it has to take the president to come all the way from the top to come and tell them to enforce the bylaws that they as an assembly have given unto themselves based on their circumstances. If it takes the president to come all the way up to tell you, then you have failed. You have no business there.
Exactly.
But you know what? The president, he knows how to hire. He doesn't know how to fire. Our president of the day today, he knows how to hire people. He doesn't know how to fire people. And there's a long list of examples. His roads minister is still at post. His roads minister, before the finance minister presents the budget in parliament, it is a cabinet decisions, cabinet document. The president is presenting, the finance minister is presenting on behalf of the executive, which the president has blessed. In that budget, it said, subject to the approval of the House of this budget, road tolls will continue to be a line, a finance, an income line for us. The roads minister went ahead and cancelled it. What has happened to him? He gave us a flimsy excuse that people were fighting. Who was fighting who? At which of the 38 tolling points in this country?
Let me just quickly read the Auditor General's reports. Producers, please give me just like a minute. So this report was released on the 9th of July 2021, and it talked about the performance audit report of the Auditor General on provision of flood control. Now, it said here that an amount of 117,711,420.90 Ghana cedis has been invested to construct and maintain drains and culverts in flood-prone areas in the country from 2015 to 2019. Despite these investments, the problem of flooding persists, only because we're told that an audit was carried at the Hydrological Service Department in Accra, and selected storm drain construction sites throughout the country between July and September. They discovered that, they did not produce drainage master plans to guide the coordinated development of drainage facilities. Aside that, they also did not maintain the ones that already existed and had been completed. Payments of contractors also delayed, and so some of these contractors, of course, if you don't pay them, they won't complete it. So there's a lot of silt sitting in these drains, and clearly if it rains, it comes back up.
You know what?
So we're just paying lip service, but we're actually not doing the job.
The 2016 manifesto of the New Patriotic Party in government now said they were going to convert the Department of Hydrology into an authority. It was a 2016 campaign that won them elections. We have gone to 2020, we're in 2022. Where is the Hydrological Authority? It's a manifesto. I didn't put it in the manifesto. I didn't write it.
But do they need to even be an authority before they do
I'm
their
saying
job?
I'm saying that
where they sit,
I'm saying that they were sitting there. They were sitting there somewhere.